a true leadership.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Again, another message to my African leaders. Listen, guys, when I say African leaders, I mean every president of Africa. I mean every member of parliament in Africa. I mean every councillor, representing a district or a ward. Every individual in Africa that has the position of power. But however, specifically though, it's the presidents of Africa, because in Africa, it's always an authoritarian kind of thing, even though we say democracy, but we know that the leaders in every country, the presidents in every African country, they actually control the day-to-day activities of their country. It's like nothing can happen without the knowledge of the president. Most of the big deals, the big contracts, all the millions of dollars coming from overseas in the forms of grants and aids and whatever the case may be, but we know all those monies belong to African people anyways, because it's the loot from the imperialists. They bring it back in the form of grants and aids to you all. So I want to talk to you. I'm going to share a video with all the African presidents, and I want to make sure that Africans, it is our responsibility to share this, so that each and every African president should see this. Let us take the information to them so that they can understand how the world views them. When they hear, hey, the president of so-and-so is coming to see, is coming overseas on a UN summit, I want them to understand that there's not so much respect for them as African presidents, because the international world sees how they treat Africans up till this day in this 21st century. We're still struggling with all the issues that we have. But I'm going to share this video, and it's from a Arab guy, very, very, a pragmatic guy. I like people that are honest. They speak the truth. So this guy speaks the truth. It's the truth to power. If only African leaders would take heed to this and listen to it and say, you know what? Yes, let's do right by our people. What we lack in Africa is strong leadership. People that are determined to wipe away corruption. People that are determined to better the lives of their people. I.e. what? Medical access, good educational systems, the infrastructure of the country. Save lives, give opportunities to the youth, to the young people. That is all Africa needs, and Africa will flourish. Africa has everything that Africa needs for Africans. I keep saying this again. So African presidents, like the famous Dr. Martin Luther King said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where you stand in times of comfort and happiness and peace. I'm paraphrasing, but where you stand in times of challenges and controversy. That is the ultimate measure of a man, and that is what I live by. The ultimate measure of a man is where you stand. It's not where you stand in times of comfort and happiness, but where you stand in times of challenges and controversy. So listen to this video from this Arab guy, and hopefully African leaders will take heed from this one. Thank you. I'll be right back.
A lot of people wonder how Dubai became a very big, famous and rich city.
You see, if you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong? When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption. That's what brings your country at the top. You don't need anything. We want water, we don't have agriculture, we don't have mining.
That's quite interesting.
And that's Sheikh Mohammed. Number one, he doesn't know number two, he needs only number one. He says, I don't know, there's no number two in my book. Only number one.
I hear he doesn't ride in the convoy. Is that true?
All right. So as you've seen for yourself, it is a fact. There's no way we can deny that. African leaders. Again, I want to say this. Thanks to the president of Rwanda, Ghana, those are the ones that you could tell they're really trying to do the best that they could. Maybe about a year or so ago, I saw the president of Ghana, stop by the side of the road to address a police officer who was asking them for money. You see, it takes strong leadership. Take care of your people. Africans don't want to be beggars. They don't want to be peddlers. Africans, we don't want our kids to be in the streets, homeless, looking for what to eat next day. They have no plans, have no future. That is the Africa that we're going to have in about 10 to 15, 20 years if we don't fix the problems in Africa right now. It's too much problems. Look at our brothers. Our African brothers are auctioning off our brothers and sisters to slavery, to the Arab people. In this 21st century, it is happening all over the world. It is happening all over Africa, most African countries, auctioning off their people to go and work as slaves for these Arab people. With all the potentials that we have in Africa, what it takes is strong leadership. African leaders, please, measure yourself. Show some pride, show some dignity, so the world would have respect for you all and have respect for the people of Africa. Thank you.